Eidolon. A vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal. Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the 3 great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the Astral Eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral. In the year 1572 of the 6th and most recent Astral Era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Galamod, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder Primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm. The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end. 5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Hey everybody, High Shield here. I'm happy to finally bring you Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. I've been kind of excited to do this. I've just finished the most recent patch on my main character. So I'm excited to go through the story again. I normally play on Aether Cactuar, but for the series, we're actually going to play my old server, which is Primal. And loads and Famfret. I do have an appearance made up. What my main character currently is. I don't think there's a whole lot I want to change. Like pretty much the way that this character looks. Go ahead with this character. Name day will be mine, 12-1. I can go through all of the deities. It actually doesn't affect anything in the game, but they are referenced. So first we have Halone. Lone mover of glaciers and goddess of war, is the guardian deity of Ishgard. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the first moon of the Eorzean calendar. Helone is the daughter of Rhalgr and a bitter rival of Nofika. She is most often depicted as a relentless warrioress armed with a bronze great shield. Her symbol is the three spears. Excuse me. Minfina is the keeper of the moon and the goddess of love. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the second moon of the Eorzean calendar. Minfina is the sister to Azema and the divine lover of Oshan. She is most often depicted as a maid carrying a round skillet. Her symbol is the full moon. Thaliak, ruler of rivers and wisdom, god of knowledge, is the guardian deity of Sharlayan. He commands the element of water and is associated with the third moon of the Eorzean calendar. Thaliak is the father of Limlane, and the teacher of Birgat. He is most often depicted as a reserved scholar holding an ashen staff. His symbol is the sword. Naimea, the Watcher of celestial bodies and goddess of fate. She commands the element of water and is associated with the fourth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Naimea is the younger sister of Althic and master of Rhalgr. Most often depicted as a weaver donning a white silken veil. Symbol is the spinning wheel. Limlane, Watcher of the seas and goddess of navigation, is the guardian deity of Limsa Lominsa. Commands the element of wind and is associated with the fifth moon. Limlane is the daughter of Thaliak and the elder sister of Nofika. She is most often depicted as a strong fisherwoman wielding a bladed harpoon. Her symbol is the wave. Oshan is ruler of the mountains and god of travelers and vagrants. He commands the element of wind and is associated with the sixth moon. Oshan is the brother of Neldthal and the close companion of Helone. He is most often depicted as a carefree ranger wielding a bow of yew. Symbol is the walking stick. Birgat is the purveyor of architecture and industry and god of the arts. Commands the element of lightning and is associated with the seventh moon of the calendar. Birgat is the elder brother of Helone and pupil of Thaliak. He is most often depicted as an ardent smith with a two-headed hammer. His symbol is the hand. Rhalgr, breaker of worlds, is the god of destruction and guardian deity of the now fallen nation Alamigo. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the eighth moon. Rhalgr is father of both Birgat and Helone, serves as attendant to Naimea. He is most often depicted as a magus carrying a staff of bronze. His symbol is the striking meteor. Azema, keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. She commands the element of fire and is associated with the ninth moon. Azema is daughter to Althic, elder sister of Minfina. She is most often depicted as a noble lady holding a golden fan. Symbols the radiant sun. Neldthal, overseer of the underworld and god of commerce, is the guardian deity of Ul'dah. He commands the element of fire, associated with the 10th moon. Neldthal is the single manifestation of the deific twins Nald and Thal. He is most often depicted as a discerning merchant holding a balance. His symbol is the cowrie, an ancient shell currency. Nofika, tender of soils and harvests, and goddess of abundance, guardian deity of Gridania. She commands the element of earth and is associated with the 11th moon. Nofika is the daughter of Azema and the younger sister of Limlane. She is most often depicted as a jubilant farmer holding a scythe of steel. Her symbol is the spring leaf. And finally, Althic. Althic is the surveyor of change in space and god of time. birth and is associated with the 12th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Althik is father of Zama and Minfina, an elder brother to Nemea. He is most often depicted as an austere emperor holding a mythor great. His symbol is the sun. Like I said, these don't do anything in-game. They are referenced though, but we'll be picking a Zama. And because this is going to be a series leading up to Endwalker, we're going to be playing Paladin. So we want to start as Gladiator. And we do not want to. Oh, Fanfrit's locked right now. Okay, that's fine. So we will start on Leviathan. And normal name, Akban High Shield. Again. I think there's a cutscene to get in here.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Hey, you. All right, lad. You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the Aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. You there, halt. What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friend. I'll be too disappointed if you find nothing, huh? Mind your tongue, old man. I cut it out. Sure, look. Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? When do honest peddlers deal prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days. Or the fine. Eh, business as usual. Ah! Ul'dah, I'm Ul'dah. To arms, to arms. Seven hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Phew. Kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. Bastards will have your shirt off your back if they fancy it. The common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, you might be company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Friend's the name. Edlin's my trade. Judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. As long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventure's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Why did we become an adventurer? To get power, win glory, amass fortune, or a strong silent type? Probably to winning glory. Glory, huh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folks ain't, adventurer such as yourself can win fame what coin can buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. Find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? For me, technically no, because I've played before, but yes. Is it? Well then, let this journey iterant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monitress cronies will happily get rid of her grace altogether. That won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. The Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other and showing there's no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Ul'dah, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, you breed and profit, and though it shames me to say, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folks turn sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares. Then it's onto the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You ever did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. I'm the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met in Ul'dah Square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Boy, venture over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Huh? How can I tell? Eh. Name's Women. Business is known every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by the way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge even, just this once. And now we have full control. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shiny beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Control scheme, I'll be using keyboard. And gives you basic tutorial stuff, movement, jumping, turning, camera movement. Follow the instructions to move to adjust the position of the camera. Yep, so press and hold left click and you can move the camera. Turn your character. WASD. I will have to adjust. Unfortunately, none of my settings or UI carried over from my other server. So, name, change that and add right back. Okay, so I have this pretty much set up how I want it. Our inventory here, this basically just, let's see what slots we have stuff equipped in, quick access to the character page, inventory. Okay, we have our guild here, map, hot bars, our vitals, and that's pretty much it. I think we can actually I won't. Send size. There we go. So, with that being said, let us talk with women. Initiating quests. Non-player characters, NPCs, offering quests can be recognized with the exclamation point above their head. Right-click, bring up quest window. A lot of this is basic, like basic MMO type stuff. Don't target myself. me a second if I do this. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So a lot of this is basic MMO type stuff. So accepting quests, once you initiate, a prompt will appear detailing its rewards and objectives. Click on accept to take the quest. It is plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're sure to get mugged or worse. I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, I want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's a master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. I will also, while we're right here, set up auto advance, which should not be too bad. I should be able to keep up. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. That's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring. You've begun a quest. I should move this. We move it above our vitals. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. And then the duty list is just your quest log. So your main duty list. So your main duty list will be wherever you have it set in your HUD. So I have mine in the corner here. The scenario guide is your main story quest, or MSQ abbreviation for. And that's just the main story, obviously main storyline. We'll just run in here. And this is just telling us that NPCs with a check mark complete your quest. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you come to the right place. My name's Moody, and I own this fine establishment if it pleases you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with Ul'dah, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent to turn the realm into an eighth hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. It was like the end of the world had come at last. Then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next, some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though, the part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. Just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody and infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, will not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand, and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. Promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. Need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. Happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Jacobin High Shield. Ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Mr. High Shield, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two attend to this. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight, nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bother me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tales of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, Jacobin. Take a moment to catch your breath and teach you a little about our fair city. And this concludes the introductory game tutorial. Listen to Momodi. And just like that, level 2 gives us fight or flight, which I want to do. I guess like that. So fight or flight is a physical buff, physical damage buff, and this tells us about the scenario quest. Just trying to think about how I've got it set up in my main. That I think. Everything push down one. I like to have that with you. Everything gets pushed down one key. That's good for now. And then we have our basic skill, Fast Blade, 200 potency attack. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like for you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetherite Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue. Look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetherite. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite before? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Coliseum. Assuming that's sort of just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the Steps of Thal. Goods from all over Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you've got the guild. Make sure you don't pay more than you ought. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interest. Well, I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short then, visit the Aetherite Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Exchange. Oh, but before you go, word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest to good problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. And I'm actually going to turn that off for... Turn the speed down. Okay. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. That back down. Let it be known that you're willing to give... Oh, that did not... I put it the wrong way, that's why. Okay. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. Last time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finish, will you? That way I don't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a guild in your name. Tells about our main menu, which is this little bar. It gives us all of our things, so character, all the options, all the options from that list, so on, so on. Sanctuaries are just places you can get rest experience, and tells you about the map. Now the smith, I don't know if you can do anything with that. Should have read all that. New adventurer status. Okay, so this just lets us part of the novice network, which does not affect me. I don't plan on using it. So, what we're gonna do is head over to the Aetherite. We'll tune to it, and then we will call the episode there, because I think it should be at about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. About what I want them to be at, somewhere in there, half hour, 40 minutes max. And we do have a sprint, teleport and return, which is the Aetherite. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Mamodi of the Quicksand? Excellent, which brings us the matter of your attunement fee. 100,000 gil, if you please. Apologies. I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look in your face was absolutely priceless. The fact you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of Aetherites. Need to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. Given that there is an Aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, an adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. Even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent of you to attune yourself to any Aetherite you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. If you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. You attune to Aetherite, and you are now able to use Return. So Return is just a quick, a Hearthstone in WoW, or I don't know what other games. Milestones in Lord of the Rings Online, that sort of thing. It's just the home teleport, and then once we get more, we teleport, and it lets us go to any Aetherite that we have attuned. So, all that being said, we are going to cut our episode here. I honestly can't wait to get really getting into this, but start is a bit slow. I'll probably pick up around like 15-ish when we get into the storyline. That's not because each city here in Ul'dah, Gridania, and Limsa, they all have their own specific lines, storylines up till about 15. But once we get, to there, we should be on the path to get going. So with that said, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next episode.